Now I'm joined now by Laurence Olding. He is a British national, 32 years old, and has just emerged from the Pasteur Hospital here, having suffered injuries at the hands of this terrorist. Laurence, first of all, let me offer on behalf of Sky and all of our viewers a great deal of thanks that you only have suffered what appear to be relatively light injuries considering. Yes. But could you walk us through, so to speak, what happened to you last night?
Well, we had been enjoying the firework display on the Promenade d'Anglais. We came last year as well, and it's a wonderful occasion. All ages there, all nationalities, all races, everybody having a great time. The firework display had just finished. We were actually just heading back to our apartment. Just stopped to enjoy one of the bands that was playing on the Promenade, and then we turned to hear lots of commotion and shrieking and shouting, and then we saw a truck coming down the Promenade, probably 30 or 40 miles per hour, careering from side to side. Obviously everybody was running and were very concerned about this. We didn't know what to do, so we turned around as everybody else did. It got quite close to us, so I decided to jump over the wall of the Promenade, landed on the concrete, which is a bit further down than I had anticipated, hence my wrist, but we were very lucky.
So you were literally forced off the road and over a concrete wall into the unknown?
Yeah.
And who were you with?
With my fiancée.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's got a gash on her leg, but she's fine.
Now, given the level of threat that France has experienced, the Charlie Hebdo attack, Bataclan, and so on, did you have any trepidation about coming here to Nice?
No more than we would going to any other major city. Obviously, I suppose Bastille Day probably makes a likely target, but we hadn't have any fears over that. We live in London, so there's always a constant worry about it, but stay vigilant. But it was horrific, absolutely awful.
Can you recall having even seen the driver? Were you aware of him at all?
No, we were running away. It happened very quickly.
And where exactly on the Promenade were you? Were you quite close to where the vehicle came to a standstill at the end?
No, we were probably, I don't know quite how far it reached, but we were outside the Negresco Hotel, so it speeded past us. I don't know how far it reached.
So, excuse me, so it actually went past you after you had jumped over the wall. Yeah. Did you lose contact at that point with your fiancée?
Only momentarily. See a panic couple of moments, but I was concerned that the truck might come over the wall at that point. So it was. I think we were both running on adrenaline.
Did you both go over the wall together?
Yeah.
So at least you were aware of her presence close to you.
Yes.
Because of course a large number of people have been separated during this carnage. Yeah. After this truck passed, what did you then see?
Very little, really. We were moved away onto the beach. We started walking across the beach. There's probably a few hundred people there. Then there was sound of some gunfire, and there was a sense of panic. I suppose with other atrocities on beaches that have been in the past, we were quite conscious of that. So we started running. But I think by that point it was relatively far away, and we just made our way back to our apartment as quickly as we could then. Now,
you were nursing an injury. Was it obvious what your injury was at that time?
No, I thought I'd sprained my wrist, but as I said, it was a lot of adrenaline, so I felt okay. Catherine had a nasty cut on her leg, but we were conscious that we should get back, and as you said at the start, our injuries were very minor compared to many others, so we felt it was best to get to the apartment and stay safe, and then obviously come to the hospital here today.
And where is Catherine, your fiancée, now?
She's just over there waiting for us.
I'm glad she's still with you physically. The process, though, that you witnessed, this extraordinary sight of a truck barreling down the road, scattering people on the other side. When you walked back, what did you see? Did you see the evidence of this truck's atrocities?
Yes, there was debris and people lying, obviously seriously injured or maybe even dead in the road, and it was quite unlike anything I've ever seen and would hope to never see again. It's awful.
Were you in a position to be able to offer any help, or was it much more a question of obeying what the authorities said to get off the street and get safe?
I'm afraid we were probably thinking more of ourselves and getting away from that, and maybe shameful for us that we weren't able to offer more help to people.
Well, there would have been very little you could have done with a broken wrist and a severe gash, so I wouldn't feel bad about that yourselves. But nonetheless, what you saw on the ground there is the sort of atrocity that many people across Europe are fearful of. Now that you've endured it, what would you have to say to others who may face this in the future?
Well, I wouldn't wish it on anyone, that's for sure. And I suppose I don't know. I think because it's so much that happens on instinct when whatever you might plan to do for it just kicks in and you run. Or it was awful.